So when you meet a new client or somebody new and you tell them that you're a realtor in Miami, what's the first question they ask you usually?
There's only one question I can think about right now that comes up every time, whatever nationality, if it's American, foreign, French, any type of nationalities, the question I get asked the most is,
American, I feel like they always look at Miami as a tax break.
we don't have any income taxes in Florida, which is a huge plus. Don't you think Jeff Bezos came for that reason to Miami for tax purposes, or you think there's other reasons?
Yeah, but the tax is always some of their reasons. Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of How Many Millions? So today I'm with my co-host,
Rebecca, Rogatis.
And my name is Julia Grollier. And we are both realtor in Miami, by the way.
Perfect. Julia, it's been a while since we sat down together to talk about real estate in Miami. What's new with you?
There is always something new with me.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to know do you have any new clients? What's the tea? What have you done? What have you been doing? What's new in Miami? What's new in your life? Anything you want to tell me. Yeah, everything basically.
So when you meet a new client or somebody new and you tell them that you're a realtor in Miami, what's the first question they ask you usually?
There's only one question I can think about right now that comes up every time, whatever nationality, if it's American, foreign, French, any type of nationalities, the question I get asked the most is, where can I get a deal in Miami?
Yeah.
Where's the deal? I need to make a deal. Mm-hmm. I'll buy if I can make a deal. Mm-hmm. You know? Do you have that too?
Yeah, everybody is looking for the deal.
Everyone's looking for it.
But everybody wants a deal, but not everybody wants the same type of deal.
Exactly. So what do you tell your clients when they ask you?
So usually I just ask them what they want, what they looking for. Just have a little bit more understanding of their situation. Uh-huh. And then I adjust. If it's a foreigner, usually they want investment property, they want to make money. So just looking at the number.
What do you suggest to them when they want an investment property and they want to make money quick? What do you?
So I feel like right now the quick money is more on the construction. Mm-hmm. Like you buy, you rebuild, and then you resell.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
That's the best. Yeah, I feel like that's the best. I think it depends of the year. Some years are really good with Airbnb, mm-hmm. Because after COVID, everybody know then.
I think it also depends if you want it to have a return quick, or if you can wait and have your money.
But I think everybody want a quick return. Mm-hmm. If you're an investor and you want to make money and then you want a quick return. If you want just to park your money, then you don't care. You just park your money. Because there is people who's like, they just have a bunch of cash in the bank account and it's better for them to buy than to make. They don't really care about making money right away.
Right.
But if it's an investor and he's like looking to make money, he won't make money fast. Mm-hmm. So what's the fastest way to make money?
Yeah.
So
you would suggest either the construction or Airbnb?
Yeah.
Or
it depends of the year. Airbnb depends of the year. I think we had some good year in Airbnb. Right now is not the best. People make more money with yearly
rental. Yeah, the prices are
getting higher.
Super high.
So and then there is a lot of upcoming area. Then it's like you need to look because the prices are going up very fast, quickly. So but I feel like Miami is still a young city, so you still have a lot of opportunity. And with all those major company moving to Miami with all their employees with high income, the price keep going up. So then you see
because the demand is so up that the prices are going to keep going up.
Yeah, because they come with their family, so it's like they need to. And sometimes they're not really coming for a long period of time. They're coming for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. That's why I think also the rental market in Miami is great because you have all this turnover. So it depends. It really depends of. And what do you recommend usually?
Well, again, I have to ask a few questions to know exactly what's a deal for them to define. I ask them to define what
I will say usually it depends of if they foreigner
Foreigner or
resident or non-resident, because usually non-resident, they investors, so they want like, you know, just the property is like investment, and they're looking at cash flow. And then if it's a family, they usually want like a good deal, but in an area where it's more family oriented and like you have good schools, so it's going to be different for them. But Miami have it all, I feel like. So there is a little bit of
everything. There's something for everyone.
Exactly. So if you're a family, if you're single, if you're an investor, if you like to party, if you want something more, you know, quiet and like lay back. By the way, 2 weeks ago, I went to Boca Raton. I went there, but I didn't spend a lot of time. But this time I went and I spent the whole day, and it's so quiet. And
Boca is so different than Miami.
It's so different. It's super laid back. The population is also different than Miami.
Yeah.
And the property are
incredible.
Cheaper. I mean, less expensive than Miami. And you have waterfront villa. Yeah, it's like, I was very surprised.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the number, and the property goes super fast.
So fast. Yeah, I had a client interested in Boca that I worked with, and we made an offer on a property. In 2 seconds, they were... So I asked the morning of, is the house still available?
Yeah.
The afternoon,
it was under contract.
They was already under contract.
Yeah, I feel
it goes so fast in Boca.
Yeah, Boca Raton, Dairy, and you have like, I was looking at, because people, when they want waterfront, sometimes they think about, I want my own beach.
Yeah.
And you don't really have that in South Beach, for example, or Mid Beach, or you have Golden Beach, but it's like 40 million plus. And then you have Boca Raton Beach and Delray Beach, where you can have houses on the water for
and have
10 million or 15 million.
And have your own private beach.
And you have your own private beach. That's a plus.
Incredible.
That's incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
So
can you imagine? You have your own private beach. No one can be there. You can, you know, any time of the day.
No, that's. I was very surprised.
That's incredible.
Yeah. What do you think people, for example, for a foreigner, what do you think their concern or they like fear are? Because everybody has always a fear. Because real estate is the largest investment you're going to make in your life. So there is always a fear, but it depends, I feel like, of people. So what do you think about that?
Well, foreigners is just because they don't know the market, so they're a little bit scared. So you have to educate them on the market, on the state of things in Miami. So just educate them. And then for Americans, I think people here are more aware, and they know they're not really taking a risk, because, you know, Miami is going to be the next financial hub. So people are aware of that here, I would say.
Yeah.
So I have less to explain and educate them. I think Americans have less fear when it comes to investing here in Miami. They know what's up. They know Miami is going to be the next financial hub. It's going to be the next big city in the US. So I have less problem or less education or talking to do for those type of buyers rather than the foreigners, which are a bit more... You know,
and I feel like the foreigner also is a language barrier, because you need to translate everything and you need to educate about the different areas. It's taking more time. But usually they're pretty happy. It's like, I feel like a lot of French people, when they first buy in Miami, is like that's like a little American dream.
Yeah.
So it's always a little bit magical, I feel like. So that's I love it. I love seeing my Frenchie coming in.
Do you work with any other... I know you work with French people a lot. Do you work with any other nationalities?
Canadian. I work with African. Miami is so international. Then
it's crazy.
I need to think about, because I have Sri Lanka. I have South America. I mean,
obviously,
this is obvious.
Yeah. Can we take a moment India, to talk about how 75% of Miami speak Spanish? Isn't that crazy to you?
They said Miami what they say then is like Miami is closest to United States. Is
The
the closest
closest
Latin state from United States. Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, because a lot of people
Yeah.
speak Spanish here.
But it's not on. I mean, there is obviously a large Spanish speaker population, but you also have Asian, Caribbean.
Of course.
You have
Shout out to my Haitians.
Yeah. So French community as well.
Yes, French Caribbean. Shout out to Martinique, Guadeloupe, Guyane.
So yeah, I feel like you feel pretty comfortable in Miami compared to other states. So to buy in Miami when you're foreigner I feel like it's easier because everybody is used to everybody coming from another country, so they make the process easier.
Yeah.
So I love that for Miami. And for American, I feel like they always look at Miami as a tax break because the tax is really good compared to other states.
We don't have any income taxes.
Yeah. So
in Florida.
Yeah.
Which is a huge plus. But also, did you know we don't have capital gain taxes?
Yeah.
Because other states have, like California, I think, they don't have, I'm not sure what I'm saying, so I'm not going to say this, but we don't have any capital gain taxes either. Mm-hmm. California has capital gain tax, which is between 1% and 13%. Here, there's no
I feel like
capital gaining.
Yeah, they're always adding tax in those states. New York and California. That's why they're all coming here.
So don't
and
you think...
the safety also.
Safety. But don't you think Jeff Bezos came for that reason to Miami for tax purposes? Or you think there's other reasons behind?
Obviously, but I think they all coming for different,
for different
reasons. Always, yeah, but it's always, the tax is always some of their reason,
Yeah.
It's like, even if you still work in your state, you want to have at least one place here because for the tax.
Yeah, because he just bought again a third property.
I think he wants to buy the whole island. I think he wants the whole island. He's gonna slowly start to buy
the whole thing,
buy everything.
Yeah.
So watch out if you're a seller, just call me.
If you want to sell to Jeff Bezos,
I'm gonna reach out to Jeff Bezos for you. But Ken Griffin too is buying slowly but surely. So they're all coming. I love that for Miami.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, they're seeing something. You know how people always say you need to watch what the rich are doing to know what you should be doing?
Yeah.
I think, Jeff Bezos here, Ken Griffin's here, like all those rich people are coming here. So you have to ask yourself the good questions. Why Miami? And why are they choosing Miami?
And the company, they're also coming. So
yeah, there's a lot of startup companies also.
Startup and major company. Blackstone moved, Microsoft moved. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of company moving. But the one thing we need to remember about this whole conversation is if you want a good deal, you just need to contact us and we got you.
But Julia, what if I'm a city girl? I lived in New York. I take my public transportation.
Yeah.
I like to walk everywhere I go.
Yeah.
What do you tell me? Where do you put me? Where do I look?
So, Miami is getting better on public transportation.
That's something you guys need to know.
We're getting better. New York, but we're getting better. When I feel like Brickell downtown, you really have the big city vibe because of all the high rise. You have the little metro mover, who, by the way, is free. I think that's the only big city in the world when you have free public transportation, who's clean, safe, and is open all day long. So you have the little metro mover who bring you all the way to Brickell to downtown. They also opened the Bright Line a couple of years ago, who bring you all the way to West Palm Beach, to Orlando. Orlando in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And the station is in downtown. And they're adding more and more stations. So now you're going to have a station in Wynwood. You're going to have station in all these little neighborhoods. So it's going to be even more
And have you taken the Bright Line? Have you taken it?
Not yet, but I heard it's pretty nice.
I know.
Did you take it yet?
No, I haven't taken it yet, but I have a couple of friends that went on it.
Yeah.
And they said it's super clean,
Yes.
it's super nice.
I heard that too.
Yeah. So I can't wait. Let's go to West Palm.
Yes.
This weekend.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. Yeah, so is really catching up on public transportation. But I really feel if you like the city vibe, you should be in Brickell downtown. Because you have, I mean, almost all the buildings are floor to ceiling, windows. So you have amazing view, city view and ocean view. And you can always enjoy your balcony in Miami because the weather is very friendly.
Always good weather.
Always good weather, almost always good weather. So that's pretty good. So I got a question for you. Do you have any client who ask you about the safety in Miami?
The safety, yes. I get asked that question a lot, actually.
What do you tell them?
Well, isn't it one of the safest cities according to...
I think it's Forbes.
Forbes, right? So no, I haven't had any problem. I'm a woman in Miami. I work by myself. I drive by myself. Never had an issue. Go to the gas station. I walk in downtown. I walk to my showings sometimes. I haven't had any issues. I feel safe. So that's what I tell my clients. I feel super safe and,
Even celebrity doesn't get really bothered with the...
Yeah, they don't get bothered.
Did you see Macy at Publix?
At Publix, yeah. That was funny. I wish I was at that Publix. You know what? I've been trying to see if I could see him because I know he goes to Carbone. He goes to the same restaurant that we go to. I always take a look, is he there?
Yeah. And even at night, you feel safe?
Yeah, of course. Even at night, I feel safe. I haven't had any issues in Miami. Have you?
No. How long you been in Miami for?
I've been in Miami for 15 years now. Oh my God.
And no issue ever?
No issue ever. And I lived in Paris. Just to let you know, I lived in Paris and I had a little safety issue there. Yeah, unfortunately.
Big city, usually you feel it, but here I feel like it's also because there is police officers, they're pretty strict on...
there's always a police car here.
Yeah, so
everywhere you go.
If there isn't any incident, they right there.
Did you ever have an incident here?
No, thank you. Nothing ever happened. But no, I don't even feel like there is any treat because you see homeless people, but they're not aggressive to you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm always so surprised because we live here, so we know how it is. We don't feel like there's any safety issues. So I'm always surprised when I have a client asking me, "Is it safe?" I don't even think about that, So I'm always so surprised and taken aback by those questions. But honestly.
Yeah,
safe,
I don't feel like
walking, sunset hours, there's never any issues.
And what do you I just thought about that because when you thought about the safety issue, what about traffic? Because
that's something
traffic in Miami.
That's something I will never get used to because I've been here 15 years.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that. Miami wasn't the same.
That was not the same.
Two different Miamis now. So
I think that's why they're catching up on public transportation because before we didn't have traffic. Now there is traffic going to South Beach to
anywhere. And if there is an event, it gets crazy. Yeah. The last thing was Ultra Music Festival. Downtown got crazy.
Yeah, they shut down.
They shut down downtown.
But downtown Brickell, we still have our little metro mover.
Yeah.
And you can still get around, so that's pretty cool. But the bridge to go to South Beach, they planning on building a little train. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait. It's gonna called Baylink. That's it's not approved yet. But they talking about
We're voting for this one.
Exactly. Because that's going to be so good because right now the highway and they doing a signature bridge. So there is construction.
I can't wait to see
it's
that
gonna be magical. It's going to be I don't know how many ways it's going to be on this bridge, but it's gonna be like
It's gonna be amazing.
double the size.
Yeah.
They're redoing the bridge, so all the construction plus all the traffic is pretty hard right now. Yeah. We're telling you the truth here.
Yeah, we're not lying.
It's pretty hard, but they're trying to catch up with the public transportation.
And also something that you need to know about Miami. People don't drive the same. They drive different. We have Caribbean.
We have everybody.
We have South Americans. Listen.
Yes.
They drive different.
They drive differently. So you need to be
very careful.
Very open-minded.
You know what? We see you, the tourists. We see you, the new Miamiers. We see you because you can't drive here. So we recognize you. Yeah, and we feel for you.
You need to adapt. You're gonna take you a couple of weeks to adapt, but you're gonna be okay. I don't know, because I have family coming from France. And they always scared of driving, and it always take them a couple of months to like adjust.
I don't let anyone that comes visits me. I don't give them my car because I know how crazy it is. They get scared.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to happen to my baby, so I don't let them drive my car ever.
So yeah, Miami is you need to adjust on that.
Yeah, that's something Miami you have to know. Fun fact, they can't drive.
But we have a pretty good Uber system. So I feel like it's because I think there is certain city this is a little bit more complicated than here.
You think so?
Yeah, and I heard also the rates are different. Miami rate for Uber is not that crazy compared to other cities. That's what I heard. But you can comment and let me know if I'm wrong.
I can't wait to see the comments. People are going to be like, Miami?
No, Julia. But I know then when there is an event, the price go up. Obviously, but
they're gonna be making that money.
Exactly.
To go back on the safety issues, did you see the campaign that recently happened for spring break, where they broke up with spring break, Miami Beach?
So I heard this past couple of years they had a lot of issue on South Beach because of the spring breakers. I don't know how you call them, but I don't know. This year, I know people complain about the traffic, but I don't know. I also heard then they went to Fort Lauderdale to party.
Yeah.
I don't know. You may be more able.
You know what? I didn't notice any difference. There was
Fort Lauderdale?
No more traffic than usual.
Here was a lot of traffic for the spring break to go to South Beach. So I guess people are always going to go to South Beach. They always want to go to South Beach.
But it was pretty safe. They had the $100 parking. They had the curfew.
Yeah.
So they tried to
maintain control.
The control.
Yeah.
Because they didn't.
This is maybe why they don't want the train. Because then they cannot control as much as they can. Because, when there is an incident in South Beach, they shut down all the bridges.
So I know spring break, people always come to Miami because it's such a party city and it's seen like that. But guys, Miami is not just a party city. We have families living here. We have businesses, people that come to do their business, that come to work.
Entrepreneur.
Yes. We have hard workers. We have other things, but not only party life.
Miami is a very expensive city, so if you want to live in Miami, you need to make money, and there is a lot of opportunities. So if you want to be around Jeff Bezos or Ken Griffin or all these big business...
There's reasons why those people chose Miami to live in, It's not just they didn't come by mistake. They chose this city to come live here, because of all the opportunities, all the mindset, and the weather is good, people feel good. There's this energy about Miami, that attracted those people to come here.
They're coming to do their business. So it's not only they living and they also doing business,
Of course.
So
work hard, play hard kind of mindset.
Exactly. So I feel like this is good to be in vacation. And the good thing I like with Miami is you can work hard, a lot of hours during the week, and you can just go to South Beach and you feel like you're in vacation and then you go back to the hustle mode in Brickell.
Yeah,
I feel like there is you can have a break and just go 10 minutes, have your day like very, very like lay back and like drink your pina colada on the beach and, you know, and then go back and feel like...
You can't do that in New York. You can't do that. You can't do that in Paris. You can't do that.
No.
That's
a rare. And also because the location of Miami, so people can do business. You can do business from Europe.
Yeah, it's a nice national hub too,
Yeah.
Miami has this image of like the party, the show off, but people can do that. They can show off and play hard because they work harder, you know.
I feel like there is two types, because I realized that when I was younger in Miami, people come and they didn't really have a strategy. They just come to show off. And this is easy to like want to compete, especially men. I don't want to say that. Especially men, you know, they want the Lamborghini, they want the penthouse, they want to be on a yacht every weekend, they want to be around all these beautiful women, because Miami has the most beautiful women in the world, I feel like, with all the mixed. So they want to be in this vibe, but you need to bring it too, because money go fast. I think he was a YouTuber who was like breaking down all is expensive to Miami, and he was like, if you don't make a minimum, you cannot survive.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to ask you this, and I think people also ask me this, like, what's a good income? Yeah. What do you have to make to live comfortably in Miami?
Yeah.
So I want your opinion on this.
Well, I feel like it depends on the area, because Miami has very different prices. If you want to be in Brickell downtown, you need to make 6 to 7 figure to live comfortably. But then it's like the thing is like, we live in a world, I feel like, based on my clients, is a lot of entrepreneur. And entrepreneur, if they doing the right way, they making 6 to 7 figure pretty easily. So that's why they usually live in Brickell downtown. But then if you have, you know, you make a 9 to 5 and, you know, make less than 6 figure, then you can, there is other area when you can live really comfortably. I think South Beach, the rent and the price to buy are
a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, lower in price. And then you have Little Havana, who's more affordable. And the good thing with Little Havana is like 10 minutes from Brickell. So you can walk in Brickell, live in Little Havana. You're going to be in a little bit of traffic, because we talked about the traffic before, but it's still like pretty close. Like in 10 minutes, you're back home. Yeah. You also have Buena Vista, who's an upcoming area where prices are it's good, but it's getting high. So you need to call us if you want to see the good deal over there. But yeah, and it's also the type of life you want. If you want something like more, lay back. If you want to have a lay back bougie area, or like lay back like roots, you have it all. I feel like
there's a little bit of for everyone and every budget.
But Miami is expensive, even if we don't pay that much tax compared to other city. Miami is like, I don't know, maybe because I'm bougie, but I feel like you need to make money.
Yeah.
If you want to live.
But there's so much opportunities, and there's so much you can do here to meet that goal that you're looking for.
Yeah.
I feel
you have all the tools, I feel like, in Miami to make it if you're smart. Yeah. And I feel like with all the mix of entrepreneur and, you know, I feel like it make it easier. Yeah, nothing is easy, but it make it easier.
You said you need to make between 6 and 7 figures, but tell me more. Why?
Well, I will say if you want to live comfortably, you need to make at least 200,000. And this is not popping bottle every weekend. This
is not going to live and bang tables.
This is just, you know,
comfortable.
So I think you need to be closer to the 7 figure. But this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Because based on what I'm seeing, but I feel like 7 figure is always the goal, or plus 7 figure plus. If you want to be on a yacht, if you want to have a boat, if you really want to enjoy, the fullest, because Miami is not, is if you depends. Some people, they don't really like this type of life, but I feel like if you really want to enjoy at your fullest, you need to be close to 7-figure. But 6-figure is good. You're still having a good life with that. I'm not saying.
You know what? Because when you compare what you need to be comfortable in Miami and what you need to be comfortable, I always take the example of France because, I've lived there. I know people from there. So I always take that as example. But what you need in France to be comfortable and what you need in Miami to be comfortable is two different things.
Yes, big difference.
Big difference. I think here, in France, you go for $5,000 a month and you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Here it's like...
No.
You don't pay rent.
Yeah.
You can't even pay your rent with $4,000, $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
Because, in downtown, rent for one bedroom starts 20, 26, 28, even more. This is like just the start, rent starts at that price. So if you make $4,000, more than half of your income is going to rent. So, you have to consider that when you're a foreigner coming to Miami.
But with that say, when you're an investor, the rent are high, and that makes that makes
sense for an investment purpose.
There is opportunity in this
market.
Yeah,
comparing the incomes to other countries like France. But what about other states?
Yeah, because for California, 200,000 you don't live. I think New York is the same. This is like the minimum you can have.
Yeah.
So
because it's a bit more expensive.
So it's still more affordable than other cities. I think in California you need to have around 400 to be comfortable. Be comfortable. So when you come from California and you come in Miami, it's like
dream come true.
Dream come true. You have a dream life, and for half the price.
Also, because I get that a lot from people in New York and California, where here, for the same price as something that they would rent in New York, they have water views. They have a nice size apartment with a lot of space compared to what they're getting, in California or New York.
I believe what I heard from New York and California, is harder to buy property. I feel like here is easier to buy property because the price range is lower, and then you're paying less tax on property. So I feel like when you're from another state, when you come to Miami, usually you maybe rent for a few months just to see what neighborhood you like or what building, but you buy right away because this is a no-brainer. Yeah,
you're still making
and when you own, then it's always gonna go up. Right now, it's like
it's
double in 3 years. So. And you're paying 2% property tax compared to way more in other states.
Other states, yeah, for sure.
So, I feel like there is a lot of opportunity for other states, residents from other states to own and be a landlord, investing or moving here.
I think we had a great conversation today.
I think that too.
Did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I think I said everything I wanted to say. I want to hear about the audience to see if you have any comment, any question, if you want us to talk about a specific topic. So we're listening to you. So please give us your feedback on it.
And I hope to see you guys soon on the next episode of
How Many Millions?